Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Dempsey. I miss seeing you at school. I miss seeing you in the classroom and in the hallways and the cafeteria and outside for recess. I'm just sitting here in my kitchen in my comfy clothes, ready to teach you a science lesson. How cool is that? I get to teach from my kitchen today. So I want you to think back to the last time we were in school. Can you remember that? It's been a while. But do you remember what season it was? It was the season of winter, you're right. But since we've been home with our families, it has changed to spring. And I know some days when you look outside the window or you go outside, it doesn't feel like spring. It's cold and windy, and even yesterday it snowed. But believe me, I promise you, it is springtime. So I'm going to get our lesson about spring started with a story called Spring is Here. This story is about a bear who we know should be waking up now. He shouldn't be hibernating anymore. And his friend Mole. And Mole is going to help Bear wake up for springtime. Spring is here. Mole woke up. Is it spring? He wondered. He opened the window to smell the air. Sniff, sniff, sniff. He dressed and tiptoed past Bear's bedroom. And stepped outside. He felt mud under his feet. Squish, squish, squish. Spring is here, cried Mole. I must tell Bear. Mole rapped on Bear's window. Tap, tap, tap. Replied Bear. He's still sleeping. Mole dashed inside and knocked on Bear's door. Knock, knock, knock. Replied Bear. Still sleeping. Mole tickled Bear's nose with a feather. Swish, swish, swish. Replied Bear, still not waking up. Mole played his horn for Bear. Toot, toot, toot. Replied Bear. Oh dear, sighed Mole. Spring is here, and Bear must get up. Mole thought and thought. Then he scampered outside. He gathered, he milked, he churned, he poured, he mixed, he baked. Finally, he shuffled into Bear's room. Wake up, Bear, said Mole. Spring is here. Look at Bear's pajamas. So cute. Yum, replied Bear. Then he looked at Mole. Wake up, Mole, said Bear. Spring is here. All that work made Mole now tired. And this is what Mole said. Silly Mole. All right, so since I've been home, I have been taking some long walks with my dog Jax. And as I'm taking my walks, I have been using my 5 senses. Do you remember when we learned about our 5 senses? We have our sense of hearing. We use our ears to hear. We have our sense of smelling. We use our nose to smell things. We have our sense of seeing. We use our eyes to see things. Our sense of taste to taste things. And our sense of touch. We use our hands, we use our toes, any part of our skin to feel things. So as I've been taking some long walks with Jax, I have been using my 5 senses to think about springtime. So I know you're not able to help me because I wouldn't be able to hear you, but I'm going to be thinking aloud for you of all the things that I've been hearing, smelling, feeling, seeing, and tasting on my long walks. Things about the season of spring. So let's see. Oh, I bet you have heard this too. When you're outside, have you heard the birds? Birds are singing their song of springtime. So we hear some birds. Oh, what about the frogs? I've heard those frogs. They're called spring peepers. And they have been singing their song of spring. How about, oh, I know something I've been hearing when I go for my walks. I hear kids outside playing and talking as they're playing in their yards. And oh, I know something else I've been hearing. I don't walk on these days, but sometimes I hear a gentle rain, which is good for our spring flowers. All right, now things I've been seeing. I just said one, some flowers. I like to walk around my yard this time of the year and look for my flowers to be blooming. So I've noticed some daffodils. I've noticed some on a bush called forsythia. They're yellow too. So flowers. I have been seeing the buds start to come on the trees. Some tree buds. Getting ready for those leaves to pop out. Let's see. Oh, one day when I was walking, I noticed some worms. There were some worms on the ground. And, oh, do you hear my dogs? They're outside. You know what they probably saw? Those squirrels. That's something else that we can see. And, what else do I see? I see a lot of people outside, so I'm going to write people. I've seen people out working in their gardens, and I've even seen people mowing their lawns already.